Hi there, I'm John Corbett. I'm the president of the Intercultural Language Education SIG at BRAZ-TESOL, and I'm here talking to Mariela Gil, who gave a fantastic plenary this morning at the Southern Cone BRAZ-TESOL conference. And Mariela, you work with publishing in the areas of global citizenship. Can you tell us a little bit about what global citizenship is for you?
Sure, absolutely. So I work in ELT publishing. We publish books for people learning English, and specifically I work with young children and children, books for young children and children. So global citizenship is a concept that we've incorporated into our publications that is really about understanding the common humanity that you have with everyone around the world, how we're interconnected, interdependent, and so are our challenges and the solutions. So we can start to integrate these concepts into very young age classrooms.
Yeah. I think that was the thing that really intrigued me about your plenary, is the fact that you can begin so young, because the intercultural materials that I work with tend to be pitched at teenagers or adults. So can you give me a kind of example of the kind of things that you would do at preschool or primary school?
Sure. So with younger children, I think we're doing very similar things to what we're doing with older students, in the sense that for me, I think of it as sort of like two layers of things that are happening. One layer is about building the awareness and the concepts, establishing the concepts of common humanity, the awareness of the fact that we all have different cultures and that no culture is better or necessarily the right culture. All of these concepts are important for us to be able to coexist and work together. So you can start at a very young age with something like a topic of community, or even home. What is home? And then build on that. If you have, what I like to think of it as the intention. If you know that your end game is to support the children in becoming global citizens and acting, because that's an important element, that you have agency and that you engage and act, then you can bring things into those topics. So, for example, if you're doing a unit on home and you can discuss, like today in the plenary I was showing an example about gender and how different genders can do different things in the home.
Yeah, different roles.
Different roles. For example, I was showing a poem where there's a father cooking and the mother is playing with children. There's any number of ways to bring in the concepts of openness, of respect for differences, but it goes beyond that. It's appreciating differences, because if we want to solve some of the issues we have, we need to appreciate each other and want to work together.
You're talking about some of the issues that we have. Do you think there's a greater urgency for global citizenship?
I do. I do think so.
I think I would agree with you on that. And so where do you see this developing? Where do you see this kind of global citizenship agenda going?
Well, you mean in the education world, or hopefully? Well, I was referencing in the talk UNESCO, the 17 SDGs, the Sustainable Goals, and I buy into the idea that if we have a target that we all work towards, 2030, that by 2030 we will have more equitable education and less poverty around the world. I think that it really is all, education is at the core of it, because it's the children of today that are going to be the adults of tomorrow. So I see this going, hopefully, in a better direction than it has been.
Yeah. And I think one of the wonderful things about it, again, was the ways that you show how the global can be made local.
Yes, it has to be. It has to be, because it's all, they're not separate. Everything is connected. So you have to be acting locally. And I hope that children will see, I give the example of kindergartners mobilizing so they could be included in a school event, right? The idea is that people understand they can make change. That change starts with them. It doesn't matter their age. It doesn't matter their social strata, whatever it is, that their circumstances. People can make change, and if we believe that as teachers, I think we're going to be able to support students in believing that for themselves.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was fun to talk to you.